Okay, so now our first length is up and you can see quite clearly the beautiful papers we have that complement each other. This wasn't meant to complement this paper on the wall. We're just doing two different examples, a window wall and a feature wall. We didn't have any more of this paper to use going across the wall. So I've chosen a paper that has a pattern, a distinct pattern, to show you how to go around the window and keep the pattern running. With a more abstract pattern like the wall behind me, you haven't got to be so precise. You should be precise all the time, but you haven't got to be. In this case here, this small geometrical pattern, you've got to be spot on. So now the paper's on the wall, I'm going to show you how to paper just around this external angle and into a window reveal, two things at the same time. So the paper overlaps here. So what we do with our knife is we make a cut here, just puncture the paper with the tip of your knife and just run the knife along parallel with the top of the reveal. Down here, where it meets your windowsill, we're just going to make some horizontal cuts into where the paper first meets the edge of the windowsill against the wall. Just make 2 or 3 cuts up and down as well to give us some little room to take the paper around the windowsill. So those little cuts we make, just open the paper up and you can just tuck it around the curvature of the sill. So now we've got our paper here. Now we want to wrap it around the reveal. So this is papering into a reveal, but also showing what you do with external angles. This could be just a normal wall and not a window wall. What I use is the brush. I don't use my smoother around here just in case I tear or damage the paper. So I just push the brush around. You can put a lot of force on with the brush. If you put a lot of force on with your smoother, you could damage the paper. So I have to make a little cut along the top of the windowsill, just along carefully to the edge, the bottom of the reveal, the point where it meets the sill. So I can just do the cut properly. Sorry, I just need to do that again. Okay, so now I'll take that paper with the brush into the reveal. And as I said, you can put quite a bit of force on there. You want the paper to be tight on this angle, gripping all the way. So you've brushed it in. The problem you might have if this angle has been badly plastered and curves, this is an exaggeration. It might go in and out like this. It might belly forward, in and out. What that does, it throws this paper, as you wrap it round, this paper will distort. If the angle's nice and straight, the paper will go round perfectly level. So this level here, this line here is level. If you had a bad edge, there's only one way of doing this and you can't avoid it. So what we have to do is, if this edge had thrown the paper out as it travelled round the corner, we would have to cut the paper back. I don't know if you can get close to my camera, lady. So we would have to cut the paper back here and just leave a 1/4 inch wraparound, and then with the strip we had left over or another strip is then level it, and it would have to overlap slightly on that reveal. A window isn't the worst place because 9 times out of 10 there are curtains, blinds in front of the reveal, but you've got no choice. If this doesn't come round level, you'd have to cut back and put a strip and then you'd level it, and that would overlap up to this edge but give you a perfectly straight line to start your papering again. So now our paper's up, I'll make our cuts. If you can get proficient and move it all in one action like that, it's better than stopping and starting, because you might get little changes in the height of your cut if you stop and start. So if you do it in one smooth action. So when you've put your paper up, I've got a bracket here that I can see the raw plugs through the paper, so I'll just mark those. You can leave the screws in if you don't think you're going to see the raw plugs through it. I knew I would, so I've made 2 little holes there. So now with this bit of paper here, I'll just make a vertical cut of about 1 inch down into the corner of this angle and just lift this little lip of paper up. Now this could have been a larger piece, this is a smaller piece. I've got these vertical lines that show me where my level is, and this is bang on with this. So these lines as I go across will help me. I lift this little bit of paper up because I'm going to have to wrap a bit of paper underneath. Now some decorators, some wallpaper hangers like to splice a piece in. So they'll take this off completely and start with a new piece of paper all the way around, matching the pattern, splicing it through. This is the correct way that I was taught, that you will be taught. Even apprentices now, people, young students doing their MVQs, their city and guilds, this is the way that they'll be taught right now. So that's the way I'm going to show you. So that's step one.